this? Dynamic table. Okay. The scenario is if I'm getting list of objects, how can I prepare a dynamic table? Generally in real time we should prepare a table with dynamic content, right? We cannot create static table. First thing, for this we should know about like append action in JQuery. Okay, for this in body we'll declare just a table for this table. I'm adding an ID demo here. T head inside this will have one tr. Here T header th, something like serial number, name, just for example I'm taking mobile number. Okay. In JavaScript we know the concepts of array and object, right? There an object can hold the properties of an object. For example, where like person equal to, this is assigning, like creating a object in JavaScript. This is the syntax. For this we can add properties using dot operator. Person dot name equals to giving some and person dot mobile number. Okay, this is one object, right? Now I want to see like list of objects in one array, right? For that we'll declare persons equal to this. Now I'm going to prepare with static content. After this I'll show how to call API and prepare the table. Persons is an array now. Now I can assign at 0 location equal to person. Now in persons array, 0 index has one person object, right? After this, if I want to assign another person, just copy this here, paste one something, that's it. Here I need to change some index. Now if I print in console, this persons, right? Here I can see array of 2. Inside the 2 objects, one object has mobile number 1 to something, name as Jan 1. And object here they have mobile number 8686 something, Jan 1. right? Here we statically declare this. By this data, I am preparing a table now. The name of the table is demo, right? Now I am writing for loop to iterate the above array through each object. I less than persons dot length I plus plus. Here demo is id dollar of demo. Here after t head we'll have like one t body, right? In the demo table inside t body we need to append what we need to append tr. I think we can remove this. You can see later. Here we need two tds because we have two data, right? Like two properties, solid name and mobile number. That's what I'm taking two tds inside the tr. This should be in double quotes inside append. Now this will append empty. You cannot see just for this I'm adding border, right? You can see empty rows, two rows it's created. Now Krishna, can you mute?
Headphones.
Here I'm adding dynamic content in persons array, right? The index is 0 and 1, right? Here I am specifying I dot and the property is name. And this one is mobile number. Now you're able to see, right? The dynamic. This data is appended to this table. If I add another person here, something to that's it. I can see here I need to change to 2, right? If it is 1, that will replace. Yeah. Now you can see, right? For preparing dynamic table, this code is enough. Just need to iterate or write for loop through that array and need to append the data to the table. Any doubts here? Because it's most important in real time. No doubts.
No doubt, sir.
Yeah. Here I am preparing static content with one object. I'm inserting inside array, and here I'm looping through each object inside array, and I'm preparing the table using append action in JQuery. Clear? Now this is static thing, right? Now we'll see. I want to enter in two text fields like name and mobile number, and I'll click on save. Then that should append to this table. That is my requirement now. For that, I am writing like above the table. I'm specifying like label name and input type equals to text and id equal to name. The same thing, and here mobile number, just I'm taking a member as id, and for to save we need one button. Button id is save button. Like when I click on this button, this should get the data from these two text fields and append to this array. After that, we need to populate the dynamic table. Now I'm writing click listener for button. For click listener, we'll write action dot click click function. Right now, when I click this button, this function will be called. Right inside this, I have to use inside this now. Right, I want to prepare object with dynamic content. Name, I need to get from name input. For that, we can use dollar inside the id, that's what hash name dot val will return the value of the text field. And the same thing here also, right? MNO mobile number. And here we can like %length is enough. And this I'm writing in one function. Here concerns, and I'm writing this append code inside construct table. We can declare function outside this document already, no issue. Now this construct table will be called inside this, and unload also. Now I'm removing this all static data now. For the first time, we don't see anything inside this array. Now see after list.
So function spelling is wrong. So function.
Right? I'm getting here one. Now, because second time it's showing 3 records, because first time I prepared TR and second time I'm going to prepare TR with 2 records. That is the issue here, right? That's what we need to pass. Like every time we can pass object, or we can do one thing before constructing table. Just we need to remove the TRs inside the body, like inside T body, right? Here TR, right? Demo is a table. Inside T body, we are removing TR. Before constructing the table, we need to remove right? Clear? And now I want to add one button here, delete button. If I click on the delete button, the respective row should be deleted. That is my requirement. Okay. Now for that I am adding extra T header with heading delete. Right? In T body nothing to do. Here we need to append another TD, right? Inside this I'm adding one button. Right? Here the title should be delete. Or just I'm not I'm not specifying anything for this. Just for output I'm checking. I haven't written any functionality for that. Just we are able to see delete button here, right? If I click on that, the respective row should be deleted. That's my requirement. Class is delete. I'm taking one class for this, and here I'm writing click action for this delete button. Okay, inside this here, to remove the respective row from the table, we have one syntax dollar. Yesterday we discussed regarding this, right? This will refers the current object. Object means if I delete one button, this will contains the button reference here, right? This star closest is a action to get the closest TR of that button. Means the parent TR this will get. Closest TR. Dot remove. That's it. Right here, this closest action will be used to find the closest element which we specified inside this. And now we'll check. Something happened. Some spelling mistake again. Where I did. List of closest is correct. Here I should not use double quotes because inside double quotes is not possible. Right. Right. You can see object now, and I'm adding lot of objects. I'm deleting. Nothing happened. Yeah. No. Delete. Oh, sorry. Here one thing is that if you like creating a component or a button dynamically, we cannot write like this directly the click listener, because on page load it will search for the component, because on page load we don't find any component, delete component, right? Because this is like the table is the delete button is we are creating like dynamically. For that we have another syntax in jQuery. For that, body dot delegate is the action. For this we'll pass parameters. First parameter is the component selector, right? Class. And second parameter is the action. Nice. Okay. And third parameter should be function. This we can directly use here. Clear, right? When we are adding a component dynamically to the web page, for that we need to use delegate action to register events, click event or change anything. All the events should be registered using delegate action in jQuery. We cannot write directly the click listener or change listener because the dynamically generated content will not be registered when page loads. Okay, now we'll see. Right, now we're able to remove. Clear? In this situation, generally, when I'm adding here in this function, if you want to save to server these details, just here call server with data object. Means we can pass this object to server to insert inside the table, and in construct table we can call API to get data from server. Okay. When you remove, just call delete API. Clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to show one to talk about the postman. That is important. One second, I'm stopping my sharing because I'm connecting to my VPN. Okay. Yeah. You're able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is one URL which is returning the list of countries from database. Okay. Here, running the service for that, we're getting the list of countries, right? To check whether the API is working correctly or not. We have one plugin in Chrome, right? For that, that is Postman. Postman is a plugin to verify the API is working perfectly or not, right? If you click on this, this will open this IDE kind of thing, this interface. Here we can select which type method we want to call, and this is URL. If it is get, we don't need to pass any parameters in the body. If it is post, then we should pass some values to the in the body, right? Here, just I'm clicking on send. It returns the JSON format of the list of countries. Okay. If I want to check this format is correct or not, JSON format, just go to JSON parser online, the first link. Here, just paste it. At right side, you can see the parsing object. Here we can see, right, the parsing object. If something is missing, generally it will throw like this: syntax error, unexpected string. If we get this, we cannot parse this object in the code. Right? This, if I want to call this from JQuery and I want to prepare one table with this data. For that, just I need I'm taking this table. JQuery dynamic table. Yeah. Now, inside this construct table, I want to prepare the table with dynamic content, right? For this, here I want to write Ajax call because we don't remember the syntaxes. Ajax in jQuery. This time I need that code. Copy it. This is Ajax call and the URL, right? Here we need to replace with the URL. When it success, it will result here directly. Just we can print in console. We'll see what it will returns. Not this not defined means we need to take jQuery file also. And now it's okay. Why this is not calling? Should return or we can have another Ajax. See if we are getting any error. Oh, I think we'll get grass horizontal issue. Is it calling construct table? Writing. Oh, we should write this code inside document not ready. We are not calling this function at all. That's what we are not getting output. When document is loading, then we should call this, right? That's the issue. Right? We are getting the data now. Right? You can see in console dot log. Right? You were able to see, right? We have a lot of things here. We need to specify these properties instead of these properties. Now this code should be inside the success function, because the API is success, then we need to prepare the table, right? Instead of persons, we need to have data. The properties are need to take from here. Name is correct and phone code. Phone code. I'm just adding another property. Removing this delete button. And another property is sort name. Okay. A name, and this is phone code. Sorry, not here. Right? Here, phone code. Last one is short name. Let's see how the table looks like. Right? We are getting now the data from URL. Clear? Any doubts? Here we are using Ajax to call API to get the list of countries from API, and here I have another API states, which will return the states related to ID. If I pass ID, 101 is a India, 101 is India ID. I am passing India ID to states API. It returns the states related to India. Clear? Any doubts?
Introducing Brookside Shop.
Clear? Any doubts here regarding Ajax and calling API? No? Yes. Because I cannot move further without your response. Because it's very important concept. Real time will do same thing everywhere. Generally, any project will have all the tables with dynamic content, right? The same thing will follow for all of them.
Excuse me, sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Can I know why you use delegate in a function?
Sir,
Delegate?
delegate?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need, sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, delegate. Why you use delegate? Because for the save, you specified the click function directly. For this here, you use delegate, right? So
Yeah,
I was asking.
because, yeah, delegate will used when the component is loading dynamically on the web page.
Okay.
Because in the table, we are preparing the delete button dynamically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When page loads, if you specify directly dot click listener,
Mm-hmm.
the jQuery or dollar will search for that component to register click handler. Here,
Mm-hmm.
save button we directly declared on the page, right?
Yeah.
That's what that can recognize the component and that will assign this click listener for that specific component.
Okay.
But this delete button we are applying after document load, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now jQuery cannot understand the component is added to browser.
Mm-hmm.
To specify that, delegate will wait for till component added to the browser. Once
Okay.
it adds, that will add the click listener for the specific component, dynamic component. For that, we should use delegate.
Okay.
Delegate will wait for the specific component
Mm-hmm.
till that adds to the web page.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah. Regarding this Ajax and generally by with this country these drop downs will use like drop downs for country. When we select country, we need like the state should be populated and after that the cities should be populated, right, based on the country and these things. I can show you example. Here we have select country, right? If I select India, the states related to India, this will display. And related to that state, we'll get the cities. Here we implemented these three real-time scenarios. Generally, country, city is based on state, state is based on country, right? If you want, I can show. Select example. and the here we are preparing the table, right? Now we are going to prepare select dynamic select boxes. Okay. For that I am removing this table because we don't need this. Removing all of these to avoid confusion. Right? In document.ready, I'm directly calling the API, countries API. Here I'm specifying one select box with ID is country. Here for select box we need to append option, right? Generally we'll write inside select box like this: option, open, option, close. Here we'll specify value and here the name. The same thing we need to append from JQuery. Here the value should be ID, right? Data of I dot ID. In label, display label, it to have name. We'll see now the output. We are not getting syntax missing again, some spelling mistake. Where I have date. This is not required. This is not required. Expected end of input. Oh, for Ajax we need one close. For the document.ready we missed. Data of I.name. Here we need to add dynamically. Forgot to concatenate. Now you can see, right, the list of countries in the select box. Now my requirement is when I select this country, one of country from this box, I need to pass the value to get states. For that I'm again preparing need 3 drop downs. Second one is for states and third one is for cities. When this country changes, we need means we need to get the list of states and populate here, right? For that we need to write change handler for the select box, because when we change we need to call again API dot change function Inside this, I want to call again the Ajax call with states slash the value of country dropdown. This dot value means this will return the dropdown selected value, and data length this is also same here, just states. That's it. Just see output from something again. Function. Let's go. This is also here we need to concatenate, right? Nothing is there in states dropdown now. I'm going to select, now I'm able to see, right? I'm going to select India, right? Okay, it will append to the same thing because it's dynamically changing, right? We need to remove before append to the states. Same thing we did for table also, right? Option dot remove. Right, nothing is there, and I'm going to select India. Right, it's showing India related states. Now I'm going to change to something else. Now it's showing the related states. Now the thing is, based on this selection, the cities drop down should be populated. For that, we need to write again change listener for state now, right? Change listener for states. Here, I want to get cities. The URL I have is cities with the value. And here, I have to use this ID. Now see, that's it. Nothing is there in these two drop downs. So I'm selecting India. Then we should know, like we can understand is the populated cities and all correct or not. In other states we cannot, right? That's what I'm selecting Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Now we can see that is changed. Right? Based on this selection, state is changes. Based on this will be changed. Okay, clear? Any doubts? These three are dynamic, like APIs. Now here also you can see lines. States, countries. Generally, these list will be called as master list in any project, right? Here I'll walk you through this project. This is one real-time project. Currently working using AngularJS and Spring 4, creating this. Spring 4 for APIs and the front end is AngularJS, right? When we start with AngularJS, I will explain this project directly, right? I won't spend more time in theory, but I'll explain you real-time scenario directly, how we need to start with project and how we can create this UI and how to send to the server the data and how to get and display in. Here you are seeing this is dynamic data. Right? This is employee. You can see in employee table now. Right? Here you can see PJ, PJ11, ADs, ASF something, right? The same thing you can see here also. Dynamic. I'll show directly this example. I won't stress on theory because you can find in lot of tutorials online to get that knowledge, theoretical knowledge, but Here we need like real-time examples and real-time scenarios where we can implement directly. Clear, right? This example, this mostly pretty popular like usage, right, in any project. Clear? Preparing dynamic table and
Yes, sir.
yeah. I cannot share this URL. Like I can share the code, but I cannot share the URL because it's not exposed to outside. That's what I have connected to VPN to show this. Okay. I'll share the code. Instead of this URLs, you need to use the different URL. I think you completed complete Java pack like tutorial, right? Already training.
No, sir. In the we are at the end of core Java.
End of core Java. Okay. Once you complete with, I think in with advanced Java, you can try with this. And after that, they'll start with Spring and Hibernate, right? There also you can start with this. When you are comfortable with creating RESTful services, you can use and check with these scenarios and examples. As a front-end developer, we don't bother about the backend technology and backend things. Just we need one URL where we can push the data and pull the data. That's it. We won't bother about other things. Just we need one URL which will which will accept the data or which will send the data to UI. That's it. Okay, clear? Any doubts? I'm stopping.